Yo, what is going on, everyone in the XRP community? Before I do anything, make sure to smash that like button because we got a bombshell video today. Gonna be a pretty long one. Ripple has taken the gloves off in this case. They have had it. The SEC's only strategy is delay, stall, conceal. Anybody who is trying to constantly delay, stall, conceal is obviously guilty of something, okay? An ethical, innocent person isn't always trying to delay, stall, conceal, okay? Let's go ahead and get into it, guys. The cryptocurrency market is really surging today. Bitcoin knocking on the door of 44,000. Looking like we're probably going to be hitting 48, 49, 50 pretty soon here. Bitcoin is looking quite nice in the macro charts. We're not going to spend too much time on it. But again, the Big Daddy Bitcoin, it does run this market. We do have to pay attention to it. And the weekly chart has gotten back down to the, general zone of demand. And it is finding liquidity here and is looking to get back up to those previous highs. All right, and then XRP weekly chart, honestly, you could argue it's looking just as well here. We got the weekly double bottom at the 60-cent iron wall level where it is finding liquidity. And you got this nice little play out going on here, and I am speculating we're going to see the W formation take place in the weekly chart. Guys, let's go ahead and get into the main news of today. We're going to read through this whole freaking thing, dude. It is a bombshell letter. Chris Larson and Brad Garlinghouse have filed a letter in further support of their motion to strike the SEC's late-filed Mets supplemental expert report. Jeremy Hogan comments here. And by the way, Jeremy Hogan's now following me on Twitter, man. That is a good feeling there. Ripple, gamesmanship, prejudice, sanctions. I would say the gloves have come off. Ripple is not playing any games anymore. We got 1, 2, 3. Basically, we got 3 pages of a letter to Judge Netburn from Ripple. We're going to go ahead and read the whole thing because the gloves have come off. Ripple is not fucking around anymore. Quick little commentary from James K. Fillon. Ripple says that a continuance would reward the SEC for its gamesmanship and further prejudice defendants. The SEC's decision to wait until after the very last deposition scheduled in the case to file Dr. Metz's new reply report necessitates sanctions against the SEC. Take a quick sip of Coke here. All right, not an ASMR channel, but let's get into it. Again, a lot of, legal jargon in here. Probably going to skip over, such as like this stuff. So, dear Judge Netburn, defendants Ripple Labs Incorporated, Bradley Garlinghouse, Christian Larson, respectively submit this reply in support of their March 11 request for a local Rule 37.2 conference. This dispute involves a straightforward application of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. Dr. Metz failed to present a complete statement of all opinions that he intended to express and the basis and reasons for them in his initial report as required by the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. When a party fails to make a necessary disclosure under the Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 26A, the party is not allowed to use that information or witness to supply evidence at a trial unless the failure was substantially justified or is harmless. The SEC has not met its burden to prove that its violation was either substantially justified or harmless. There is no genuine dispute concerning the SEC's need to comply with Rule 26A. A bunch of quoted stuff here we don't really need to go over. And defendants have described the severe prejudice they will face if discovery is reopened. Resources are reallocated to deal with Dr. Metz's new report, and the ultimate resolution of this case is further delayed. The SEC's response offers 3 reasons why the court should deny defendants the relief Rule 37 requires. All 3 are baseless. First, the SEC incorrectly asserts that only Judge Torres can adjudicate this issue. That is incorrect. A violation of Rule 26 presents a discovery dispute. Judge Torres has referred all discovery disputes to this court, see ECF number 47. Thus, Judge Torres' rule for deciding motions pursuant to Rules 702 to 705 of the Federal Rules of Evidence and the Daubert versus Merrill Dow Pharmaceuticals, probably in a case in the past they're referencing, violating this rule, I imagine. See Judge Torres, individual practices in civil cases. Rule 3L is inapplicable. Defendants have properly submitted this discovery dispute to this court under SDNY Local Civil Rule 37.2. So again, Ripple's really taken off the gloves here and calling out the SEC, essentially saying it's, 3 reasons are all baseless. They're violating rules, and they're just... Dr. Metz failed to present a complete statement of all opinions that he intended to express the basis and reasons for them in his initial report at a trial unless the failure was substantially justified or is harmless. So the SEC, this has been happening for a while now. They keep getting caught red-handed. Doing shit they're not supposed to. Just like that leaked Hinman email from yesterday. Check out the last video. Can't believe that made its way into the public eye. But anyways, let's keep going into it. And guys, I know this is a lot of legal jargon. Again, not the best guy to be commentating over this stuff, but we can pretty much get the gist of what's being said here. Second, the SEC claims that it would somehow unfair advantage defendants if the SEC had to abide by the federal rules permitting to each side to file only the expert reports contemplated by Judge Torres' scheduling order in this case. Okay? A party must make expert disclosures at the times and in the sequence that the court orders. Not so. Just like the SEC, defendants were unable to offer reply reports to any of the SEC's rebuttal reports. Defendants' experts prepared a complete statement of all the opinions they planned to offer when they filed their initial reports in compliance with the limitations of expert discovery. In contrast, the SEC acknowledges that Dr. Metz failed to comply with this rule. He did not present a complete statement of all opinions that he intended to express and the basis and the reasons for them in his initial report. Instead, after Dr. Marius and Professor Fischel, jeez, I don't know, man. Professor Fischel critiqued Dr. Metz's initial report for, among other things, failing to demonstrate whether XRP price movements were primarily driven by news about Ripple. Again, failing to demonstrate whether XRP price movements were primarily driven by news about Ripple. Dude, Ripple could fucking come out with a bombshell partnership. XRP does not pump in price that much, dude. Like, XRP really, okay, does it go up off of good news? Like, sure, but not that much. I mean, the last time XRP actually went up on news was when the SEC was flat out denied with one of their, motions to blah, blah, blah. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Is that recent thing that came out was a huge win for the Ripple side. The SEC just completely denied by Judge Torres. That's when XRP price moved from about 75 cents to 85 cents. So whether XRP movements were primary, it's just like Dr. Metz's initial report failing to demonstrate whether XRP price movements were primarily driven by news about Ripple. Dr. Metz took over 3 months to engineer a new unauthorized reply, impermissibly adding new opinions found nowhere in his earlier analysis. Defendants did no such thing in response to any of the SEC rebuttal reports. Thus, if anything, the SEC is the party seeking to unfair advantage itself by filing an additional reply report when Judge Torres permitted none. So the SEC is trying to name call Ripple as unfair advantage. Yeah, what happened to the, government agency fucking hiding every document ever, every internal email, document, notes from an internal meeting? Dude, they're trying to hide everything while at the same time Ripple's putting everything out on the table. They're not hiding any documents. They just released a document, actually. It was a 2-page. Man, guys, there's so much news going on with Ripple. It's kind of hard to remember everything, but it was like the confirmed, like they sat down with one of the largest international, legal advice companies in the world, like law firms, $1 billion a year in revenue. They got full on like, hey, like we do not think this is a security. This is not a security, but the SEC may disagree in the future. And that was in 2013. Okay. So the SEC is trying to say SEC is trying to say Ripple is trying to get the unfair advantage here. Thus, if anything, the SEC is the party seeking to unfair advantage itself by filing an additional report, a reply report when Judge Torres permitted none. Third, as defendants noted in their March 11th letter, courts routinely strike late-filed expert reports under similar circumstances. Defendants have asked for narrowly tailored relief, an order precluding Dr. Metz from relying on his brand new late-filed analysis at either summary judgment or at trial. All of the cases that the SEC cites to argue the contrary are inopposite. Okay. But more than 4 months remain to respond to the new expert opinions. Let's keep going through here. Denying motion to strike rebuttal report where the court's scheduling order did not specify deadlines for the identification of the new expert witnesses. And none of the four that sounds like a fucking sauce, dude. And none of the four balsamico factors cited in defendant's opening letter support permitting this late filed report to stand. Some of this legal shit, like, it doesn't even seem like an English sentence. Like, okay, yes, it's English words put together, but some of this shit does not sound like a sentence, dude. I don't know how y'all legal people read this shit. All right, so let's keep going. Dr. Metz's failure to anticipate a criticism of his inadequate opening report did not implicitly invite the SEC to file an untimely reply report. The SEC cites at 1 Cedar Petrochemicals Inc. versus Dongbu Hanmong Chemical Co. as evidence that the defendants somehow invited the new report, but the defense attorney in Cedar Petrochemicals explicitly suggested during an expert deposition that the expert leave a space in the deposition transcript where he could later fill in technical references, and the expert supplemental report did just that. Nothing of the sort happened here. All right, last page here. The importance of Dr. Metz's report only serves to underscore the inexcusable quality of its delayed submission. Again, SEC, it's always delay. Okay. The SEC citation to SEC versus McGinnis is unavailing. There, the new report was arguably a proper supplement under Rule 26E. Discovery had not yet closed and depositions had not yet concluded. It seems like with these legal battles, it's I didn't really notice this until now. They really cite like many previous cases with the SEC. I mean, I think this is like the fourth one on just this letter they have cited. So it seems like they really try to use like a, hey, look, this happened in the past and this happened, but then look what the SEC's doing here. You know what I'm saying? So as we're reading through this report, guys, XRP actually is spiking a little bit right now to 84.5 cents. Not looking too bad. Quick intermission here. Going to get that XRP Burst Watch 24/7 back up after today's string of videos. All right. Defendants would face great prejudice if this litigation, which has placed their business in limbo. Now, again, dude, like Jeremy Hogan's not fucking around, dude. The gloves have come off. Like, they're just not having it anymore. They're not having it anymore. Defendants would face great prejudice if this litigation, which has placed their business in limbo, at least, in the U.S., which is where a shit ton of clients are, is further delayed by reopening discovery. Defendants would need to marshal additional resources to address Dr. Metz's newly filed reply report when the parties ought instead to be focused on summary judgment practice, and the SEC would again be rewarded by further delaying resolution of the ultimate issue in this case. And remember, Brad Garlinghouse, March 10th, said in the next few weeks, we're maybe expecting to see a few decisions within the case. It seems like their letter to Judge Torres, or no, this is Netburn. Okay, not Torres, Netburn. Okay, it seems like they're really pushing for like, hey, let's hurry this fucking thing up. You've put our fucking business into limbo, and we can't really move forward in the United States because of this case. Now you're rewarding the SEC for delaying. Very good point made by there. Again, the gloves have come off. They don't give a fuck anymore. Okay? So the SEC would again be rewarded by further delaying resolution in the ultimate issues of this case. Like, you can't get rewarded for delaying. You can't be doing that. The SEC citation to another lawsuit it is inopposite. The court there determined that the expert's supplemental report was a proper Rule 26E correction to a mistake in the expert's earlier calculations. 2013 WL, blah, 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 acknowledging that even this mistake, although unintentional, caused prejudice to the defendant. They're busting out the P word, dude. Prejudice. They're bringing out the prejudice word against the defendants, okay? Caused prejudice to the defendant. That's what happens when you're getting freaking bribed $15 million to have a coordinated attack, one of the largest crypto communities in the world looking to disrupt the global financial system. The court required plaintiff to bear the cost of the continued depositions, including defendants' reasonable attorney's fees incurred in preparing for and taking the additional deposition. Last part here, guys, almost done. A continuance would reward the SEC for its gamesmanship. Gamesmanship. Again, you know, high school dropout, don't know exactly what the fuck this is the first time in my life I have heard this word. So gamesmanship, English class with Alex Cobb. Gamesmanship, the art of winning games by using various ploys and tactics to gain a psychological advantage. Gamesmanship. The continuance would reward SEC for its gamesmanship. I mean, I guess, you know, delaying and stalling and concealing is their, you know, way of getting a psychological advantage, I'm guessing. Okay, that whole candle just got destroyed while I'm on video, dude. God dang. All right. A continuance would reward the SEC for its gamesmanship and further prejudice defendants. The SEC has already asked the court for numerous extensions in this case that defendants have vigorously opposed. The SEC's decision to wait until after the very last deposition scheduled in this case to file Dr. Metz's new report necessitates sanctions. Rule 37, sanctions specifically serve several important purposes, such as ensuring that a party will not benefit from its own failure to comply. That's where it is, dude. That's where it is. Ensuring a party will not benefit from its own failure to comply. They're not following the fucking rules, and they're getting the benefit of it. The delay. The stalling. Dude, the gloves have come off. They're fucking done with this bullshit. They are done. They got banks in the U.S. that want to go live, dude. They want to get those major exchange XRP relistings back for the peak possible liquidity on ODL. Dude, I fucking love this part right here. Rule 37. They're calling fucking gamesmanship, prejudice, sanctions. The gloves have come off. Rule 37 sanctions specifically serve several important purposes, such as ensuring that a party will not benefit from its own failure to comply. And this is not the first time the SEC has done this. We've covered on the channel over the last year the SEC stepping out of line like numerous times in the case. And is serving as a general deterrent effect on the case at hand and on other litigation. Both rationales apply here, and district courts are not required to exhaust possible lesser sanctions. If a harsher remedy is appropriate on the overall record, dude, they're asking for fucking sanctions on the SEC? Sanctions on the SEC? My God, respectfully submitted, Matthew Solomon, who Jeremy Hogan also pointed out, this guy, like, dude, the way this guy was wording his sentences, this guy fucking knows something. Like, he knows an internal document is in there suggesting of the SEC saying themselves, XRP not a security. And, God, why has Ripple been so god dang volatile during this video, man? Oh, my God. Look at this. I know this is the 3-minute chart, but geez, man, I'm booting up the video, volume impulse, bearish engulfing, bulls fighting back. Gee, many Christmas, dude. Daily chart real quick. Oh, yeah, we're getting up there, guys. We're getting up there. This last little zone here has all been very, very nice, coiling, uptrending movement. Very, very nice. So, guys, yeah, there it is for today, man. So, basically, what just happened, like what we just read through, you want to know my honest opinion? What we just read through is basically Ripple asking to fucking come to a resolution. That's what it sounds like to me. Again, not the greatest guy to comment on legal briefs, legal matters, but to me, just a random kid on the internet, like it sounds like they're just straight up saying this is too much delaying, this is way too much stalling, let's just get to the resolution. That's what they're saying. They're done with the delays, done with the stalling, done with the SEC's bullshit. They just want a resolution and put a stop to the SEC gaining benefit from their own failure to comply. Absolute bombshell, guys. Thank you for sticking with me for this one today. We're going to end this off with some XRP to Bitcoin charts on Poloniex. Haven't looked at this thing in a while, but got a really, really weird XRP quoted in Bitcoin price. Really, really weird, funky looking head and shoulders. Really looks like the ball sack formation, dude. That's pretty much what that is. The ball sack, demand. So, again, look what happens to XRP every now and then. Those gigantic movements. Dude. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning the video today. I appreciate it. Make sure you smash the like, subscribe. See you guys in the next one.